In this video, everybody, I'll be going over the latest stimulus news and information. Senate Democrat leader Joe Manchin says that he is very disturbed about the new reconciliation proposals. The IRS is going to be sending out extra payments to around 4 million Americans. Now, if you folks support a fourth stimulus check of $1,000 a month, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Everybody, we know that many Americans across the country are still in need of financial help. And a fourth stimulus check of $1,000 a month will definitely help so many people across the country. So our politicians must step up to the plate and help out the American people. If you guys agree with me, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes.
Price of lumber, shipping container logistics, etc. We know that these price increases were not caused by changes in interest rates. They were caused by supply chain complication.
And don't forget to stay to the end of this video to catch up on the latest stimulus check information. So Senator Joe Manchin, the Democrats' most pivotal swing vote, expressed his most serious concerns yet again surrounding a key element in their party's $3.5 trillion sweeping economic plan. And some of the provisions are dealing with climate change, which is sought out by progressives. Joe Manchin actually told CNN that he's very disturbed by provisions that he believes would eliminate fossil fuels. A warning sign for Democrats who need all 50 members of their caucus to sign off on the plan in order to get it through the Senate. But the climate provisions are key to getting support from liberals, particularly in the House. And how Democratic leaders keep both factions of their caucus will be key to determining if they can approve much of President Biden's domestic agenda by the fall. Moments after Biden met with Senate Democrats in the Capitol on Wednesday, Manchin said, "I know they have the climate portion in here, and I'm concerned about that. Because if they are eliminating fossil fuels, which is very disturbing, Democrats still need to draft up their bill to expand their social safety net, which would go through the budget reconciliation process by September and cannot be filibustered, meaning it can advance with just 51 votes rather than 60. Folks, who is to blame for holding back our stimulus check? Is it the Democrats or the Republicans? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below.
In this country around empowering children, we have a big thing happening tomorrow when the vast majority of families with kids across the country, as of tomorrow, will start seeing more money in their bank accounts every year for the rest of the year. These payments are the result of changes that we have made to the child tax credit that were signed into law by President Biden as part of the American Rescue Plan because of the changes we advocated for.
Now separately, Manchin is central to an effort to approve nearly $600 billion in new spending on a narrower bill on infrastructure. But that infrastructure plan is going through the typical legislative process, which would need the support of at least 10 Republicans to overcome any filibuster attempt. Dual track approach will only succeed if Senate Democrats unify behind it. But it is clear that party leaders have their work cut out for them to keep their caucus in line. According to a senior Democratic aide in the plan, Democrats want to meet with Biden's climate change goals of 80% clean electric and 50% economy-wide carbon emissions by 2030. The measure would fund a clean energy standard and provide vehicle tax incentives, among other matters. The US is also delivering another batch of tax refunds to Americans who received unemployment insurance benefits last year and may have overpaid tax on them. The IRS announced Tuesday it will send 4 million tax refunds this week, July 14th, with direct deposits landing in people's accounts that day and the agency's mailing paper checks on Friday. Did you receive unemployment benefits last year? Tell me in the comments down below. Then keep an eye out in your mailbox because you might receive another stimulus payment. The refunds are for taxpayers who collected unemployment last year and who filed their 2020 tax returns before mid-March, when President Biden's American Rescue Plan decreed that up to $10,200 in jobless benefits would not be taxable. Now, because unemployment assistance is subject to federal income tax in most years, the tax law change meant that millions of people are due a refund. The IRS estimated as many as 13 million people may qualify for a payment. And this is the third round of refunds the agency is issuing, after issuing similar payments in May and June. The average payment will amount to around $1,265, and that means some taxpayers will receive more and others less. But taxpayers who owe money elsewhere may not see a refund, even if they're due to receive one. The IRS said for taxpayers overpaid, the IRS will either refund the overpayments, apply to other outstanding taxes, or their federal or state debts owed. Most taxpayers do not need to file any new paperwork to get the refund, but if a taxpayer has a dependent and if taking out the unemployment benefits from last year's total income drops to below the cutoff of the earned income tax credit, then they will need to file an amended return to claim the tax credit. And folks, in the state of California, millions of people will qualify for the second round of Golden State stimulus checks, which will soon provide up to $1,100 for qualified individuals and families. The stimulus payments were approved under a $100 billion budget plan signed by Gavin Newsom this week. Folks, what are your thoughts on Governor Gavin Newsom? Tell me in the comments below. Do you approve his Golden State stimulus? As always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate everyone's amazing support. So until next time, have a great day.
And that starts with making sure that the Social Security Administration offices are fully funded so that seniors can get their hard-earned Social Security checks when they turn 65 and when they enroll in Medicare. So, Mr. Borland, you're the Acting Deputy Commissioner for Communications for the Social Security Administration. SSA has a budget for staff and other resources.
In my home state, Margarita from Passaic, New Jersey, who is raising 3 kids on her own while working 2 jobs, one before sunrise. Starting tomorrow, she will see hundreds of dollars a month to help her pay the electric bill, help her make rent, help her children succeed in school. For the family of 2 educators with kids in New York, tomorrow is transformative. Washington State, North Dakota, blue state, so-called red state, all over this country, we are seeing a transformation. This is what a mom from Kansas said. She said, and I quote, "This child tax credit would help so much for single moms like me to be able to feel secure as a parent. If at any time something were to happen to me, such as a car repair, a doctor's visit, even a book fair for my children, I am just not making enough to have any extra for anything other than bills. Shoes and coats, maybe a ball glove, karate or dance lessons to improve social skills and athletic abilities and teach children teamwork would be possible. And maybe even at Christmas, since they didn't get one in 2020. For middle-class families trying to stay afloat, lower-income families desperate to make ends meet, families living in poverty, struggling to put food on the table, tomorrow is a new start. For millions of Americans across the country, this body, our president, tomorrow will become a historically unparalleled moment. Senator Brown and Senator Bennett, Senator Warnock and I, along with our House colleagues, are going to continue to do what must be done. This change for this year, cutting child poverty, empowering millions of families, 90% of whom with kids will see a benefit, we must make this permanent. I will fight alongside my colleagues to see that this is not a